Hi Wiregrass, this is Mrs. Galarneau, and I just want to welcome you to our 2019 Wiregrass Elementary School virtual open house. Let's get started. A little bit about me. This is my third year teaching in kindergarten. When I graduated college, I took a few years off to stay home with my little boys, who you can see on the left-hand side there in that picture. I graduated from Florida Gulf Coast University with my bachelor's degree in early childhood education. I have two little boys, which I mentioned, Maddox, who's almost 4, and Rhett, who's almost 2. They are the loves of my life. On the right, you see a picture of my husband and I. He is a firefighter in Hillsborough County, and we moved to Wesley Chapel 2.5 years ago. In my free time, which is not much with my little boys, I enjoy spending time with my family, being outside, and watching my favorite HGTV shows. Communication is really important, and I have a few ways you can communicate with me. The first way is through our binders. In our planner, you can send me little notes or little messages if you want me to know something, and I can do the same to you. I do check the binders every single morning, and my hope is that you check them every night when they come home. That is where you will find your child's behavior for the day, or if I just want to send you a little note, I might write it in the planner, in the binder. You can also email me. That's probably the best, most effective way to get in touch with me. I check my email throughout the day, so if you send me an email, I will get a notification, and I always try to check it right away and respond in a timely manner. And my email address is on the slide for you to see. You can also call the school if you need to speak with me. I have the phone number listed. You can call the front office, and they will give me a message, and I can call you as soon as I'm available. But like I said, email is probably the best, most effective way to keep in touch with me. Here's our classroom schedule. The kiddos come in at 9:25. They work on morning work until about 9:45 or 9:50 once everyone gets in and gets settled and unpacked. At 9:40 from 11:15, that is our humanities block. That's where we work on ELA, our foundational skills, and all of that. We go to lunch at 11:25 to 11:55, and recess is right after, and we spend about 25 minutes at recess. From recess, we come in, we normally do a read aloud to kind of relax, cool off, get our minds right for our math block, which starts at 12:20. From math, we go to specials from 1:25 to 2:05, and our specials this year is a little different. It's on a 6-day rotation cycle, and you can see that on the right side. Our specials teachers for art are Mrs. McAvey, our STEAM teacher is Mr. Blake, and our PE teacher is Coach Thompson, and our music teacher is Mrs. Croucher. From specials, we come back around 2:10, 2:15, and that's when we have our snack. After snack, we go right into our ERLA, which is our silent reading time. From there, we go to science, and then from 3:10 to 3:35, that is what we call our acceleration or win time, which is what I need. During acceleration, our students get to group up with other students in kindergarten who are on the same level as them and working on the same skills that they are, so they get to get that specialized instruction in a small group setting with other kindergarten classmates who are on their same level. So that's a neat time in our schedule. I'm sure you all are familiar with the behavior chart, but I will go over it again. Every day we come in, we all start on green, which is ready to learn. For making good choices, we get to move up to blue, purple, and pink. And if we're making sad choices, we move down yellow, orange, or red. I will say that some days we get busy and some days we don't always get off of green. That's not because we're not making good choices. That's just because we're really busy and we might not have had time to clip up that day. But as long as your child comes home on green or above, they're fine. Green is still a great day. There's nothing to worry about. I get messages, why is my kid on green? It's fine. Trust me, that is a great day. Our binders. It is important that you check your child's binder every day. That is where they will bring home their papers that they did that day. Any important notes from myself or the school will be in their binder. That is where you will also check their behavior for the day. I check those every single morning, make sure there's nothing in there that I need to see, and I hope that you will check them nightly. And in the front pocket of the binder, that is where your child will put their papers that they did in class that day. You are free to take those home. You keep those papers that they did, and I just ask you leave everything in the 3-ring binder, in the sheet protectors, in the binder. Do not take those out. Next is our ERLA levels and skill cards. That ERLA is Independent Reading Level Assessment, and this is where your child gets to read on their independent reading levels. By the time you're watching this video, you should be able to see your child's skill card in their binder. That skill card is specific to their reading level. During ERLA time, your child will be reading silently to themselves on a level that they can read independently. I get messages sometimes saying, I think this reading level is too easy. That's okay. It's meant to be easy. It's meant for them to be able to do totally by themselves without any help. So it might seem easy, but that's fine. That's what it's supposed to be. I conference with them once a week or maybe every 10 days at the longest. And during that one-on-one conference with myself, that is where I give them the instruction that they need to move on to the next level. And on those skill cards, if you work with your child nightly at home on those skills that they need to work on, it will help them move up in reading levels even faster. At WRES Elementary, we don't have a homework policy really. It's more of a no homework policy. I personally do not send home homework. You might find at the end of a module in math, you might find a math packet in your child's binder. That would be totally optional. It's just practice at home to make sure they keep up with those skills that we've learned in class. But like I said, that is optional. The main homework that we really ask you to do in kindergarten is reading every night before bed and practicing those sight words. Reading and sight words are really important, and we hope you work on those nightly with them. These are some of our end of the year goals. By the end of kindergarten, we hope that your child can read on a 2G level. We hope that they can answer questions about the text using evidence from the text to support it. Write 2 to 3 complete sentences on topic using the correct punctuation and phonemic spelling. We have actually started writing. Right now we're just working on drawing pictures that make sense, using colors that make sense, and we're starting to label those pictures. We haven't started writing sentences yet, but that will be coming. We hope that they are able to write, identify, compose, and decompose numbers to 20, add and subtract to 20, use numbers to describe the world around them, understand how to make observations around the world using 5 senses, which we've already started 5 senses, create a positive community in the classroom and at school, that's one of the most important ones, and create a love for learning. I really hope that all my kiddos come to school every day, they want to learn, they're ready to learn, and they want to keep learning. It's really important that we have a good community environment in our classroom. In this slide, you will see some pictures of us. Some of us are doing our ERLA time, which is the independent reading. Like I said, these are books that they should be able to read all on their own. We like to get cozy and comfy sometimes when we read. We don't always like to sit at our seats. So they have the option of sitting at their table or laying on the floor, sitting with buddies, and reading that way. You can see some of them are getting really comfy. The other pictures you see are some of us at recess, playing on our playgrounds or doing Play-Doh. We do Play-Doh a lot of times as brain breaks. Some of us just need those breaks, and that's fine. So we do Play-Doh to practice those fine motor skills. And that is just us having fun at school. Thank you so much for listening to our first Wiregrass Elementary School virtual open house. If you have any questions or you would like to set up a conference with me, please let me know. My door is always open and I'd love to speak with you. Like I said, my email address is right there. Thank you so much.